Imagine a young boy named Sam who grew up in a small village that was surrounded by a deep, dense woods. As a child, he often loved to venture out into those woods with his friends, and they would play, and they usually would stay close to the paths. But this one particular time, Sam wandered off way too far. And as the sky darkened, Sam began to lose his way. Now, like all lost little boys, fear began to fill his heart, and as the darkness began to draw, the shadows of the trees and that were around him begin to cause great fear and anxiety and fright within little Sam's mind. He could hardly see where he was going. Now, with every rustle of the leaves and every move of a tree in the wind, those sounds were terribly frightening for poor Sam. Now, just before all panic started out in Sam's little mind and heart, he heard a faint voice in the distance calling his name. It was his father who had come to find him. Sam followed his father's voice. Every step of the way he stopped and he listened and he continued. He stopped and he listened and he continued until he saw a lantern, a light that was shining through the darkness of the trees. The Bible tells us, "My sheep knows my voice, and a stranger's voice they will not follow." As the father drew closer, Sam began to feel the peace that would wash right over him. All his anxieties, all his fears, all his worries begin to vanish. His father reached out a hand, guiding him back into safety. Now, as they walked back to the village, they walked in that light. They were bathed by the lantern's warm glow. They felt that miraculous peace that light would give them in the darkness. The Bible says that when we walk in the light as He is in a light, there is no more darkness. This is how God calls us out of spiritual darkness into His marvelous light. Just as Sam's father came to find him, God seeks out to save us. He reaches into the darkness and covers and pulls us out of our fears and our mistakes and our past. We no longer are left to wander lost and alone. We are invited into the warmth and into the safety of His light. In the same way that Sam followed his father's light back home, we are called to follow Jesus Christ, to live in the way that reflects His godliness. When others see His light in us, then they too will find their way out of the darkness that they are in.